We got up to so much in Dingle that we've had to split 1 week's activities into 2 vlogs. We pick up where we left you last week and we continue to explore the beautiful Dingle Peninsula.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Lost in Transit. We're Tom and Iz. A couple of years ago we decided to do up an old Ford Transit, move into it and disappear into the great outdoors. After fitting out the van and escaping lockdowns, we are finally living van life. Come along for the ride as we attempt to live, work and play in a tiny space together while travelling the world.
Having spent 3 months in Scotland, we crossed the Irish Sea to Ireland. This series we will be following the wild Atlantic way along some of the most spectacular scenery in the world.
Good morning guys, it is day 3 of the Dingle explorations. We are loving being in the house, but it does make it harder to get up and get going. Beans on toast, beans on toast. Feels pretty cold today, and it's pretty overcast and grey. We were hoping to climb Mount Brandon, which is the largest mountain on the Dingle Peninsula, but to be honest, it's just going to be covered in cloud at the top. So we are going to keep an eye on the weather and hopefully climb it before we leave. We are ready for a day of exploring. Because we've been in the house, we've put all our van chores to the back of our mind a bit. So we still haven't picked up gas yet. So we have found somewhere that apparently is a gas supplier. So we're going to drive there.
Success! We've got 2 of our babies! We're not going to run out of gas now, and we've got a backup. We've got this one now too. Exciting!
Van chores done. Let's go and find some cool spots to explore.
We've been enjoying this huge beach, it's beautiful, and there's loads of surfers out, so it's fun to be watching the surfers. I've just been hunting for firewood. I want to have a beach fire, and I've just found a whole washed up car. We set off today to have a valley walk, and it's 4.5 hours, and I'm just so tired. Do you ever get these days when you just so physically cannot do a big hike? So we're not doing it. I'm gonna have to leave my firewood for someone else. They can enjoy it. Goodbye, fire.
So this beach is super long, and we've just driven basically from one end of the beach to the other. Again, coming out and having a look. So we've been chilling out on the beach. Isabel's been collecting more firewood, not really sure why, but each their own. We're now gonna head off inland a little bit to a woodland.
On the other end, I was collecting wood, but we decided to leave it. And now I'm determined to actually have a fire later. Shall I leave this big log?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd leave all of it.
Leave this big log? No.
Wow, we've just driven up a forest path through this, through this valley. So this is another spot that was recommended to us by the guys we met on Connor Pass, and it is stunning. There's this cool walk around the loch, and it's all boardwalk, so it's fairly easy, but that's exactly what we're feeling today, so ideal.
So excited, I love a good boardwalk walk. so nice having it all pathed out, no bog. We're really amongst the trees. We've been quite exposed on the beach and up at the top of the mountain, so it's really nice to be actually amongst the trees. So peaceful here, completely silent, just us.
Apart from big chatterbox.
Apart from big chatterbox, me. And we can actually see the reflection of the mountain on the water. It's really beautiful. These are like my favourite colours at the moment. It's purples, greens, oranges and like yellows, and they're all just reflecting in
every colour.
So it was all cocky there driving around, and we were on our way to the beach, but the route was taking us a real back way, like all along the back lanes, which was fine. But then I met a car and I had to like do some reversing around this like wiggly single track lane. Tom said that I was reversing really fast and I really like very nearly went into this wall, like centimetres away from it. I managed to get out of the situation with Tom's help. He was helping me with the steering wheel, but then I got freaked out, so now Tom's driving back there.
We are here on Inch Beach. It's this amazing, like, sticky out bit from Dingle, and it's just this really long, beautiful beach. And we're looking out over the Ring of Kerry and all these amazing mountains over the water. And that's where we're headed next week. So we are getting excited for next week, but we're also loving our time here on Dingle. It's been so lovely here.
Enjoying our fire here on the beach. It's actually really nice to have a fire. It's the first one we've had since Scotland. Finished our fire. Tom's done a very good job burying it all, distributed all the rocks out, and it's just how we found it. So let's go back. Morning, everybody.
Good morning. We had a big hike planned for today, like a 7-hour hike. Oops. And we woke up and we're not feeling it. So I think we've just had 3 days of very intense exploring. So we're going to take it easy today, and we're just going to like get the van ready to move back into and just do odd jobs really. I need to edit last week's video as well.
All done. Van is very nice and clean, ready to be moved back into.
We're now going to head off to meet up with the people who we met on Connor Pass. They've got a van, they've parked up in Dingle, and we're going to go for a few pints at the pub. It feels a little bit rushed, even though it's really early, and that's because all the pubs close at 8 due to COVID. So if you want to go and enjoy a pint, you have to go out nice and early in the day.
Well, we Dick Max.
So last night we went back to Gregory and Steph's van and had a few cans in the van, which was really nice. Today I woke up with the worst headache, but I've taken some paracetamol and we're good to go. We're going to go meet them, and they're going to show us a few spots around Dingle that we haven't seen yet.
Here we are at Minard Castle. It's really beautiful here. It's this castle that's completely in ruins, right on the edge of the water, with this huge bouldery beach. So this beach is just made up of these massive boulders, and the sun's coming through in sunbeams. It's just a beautiful day. Look at this setup. Sociable vans. Are you sure? This is actually really good for rainy weather. After trying my hand at paddleboarding in this scenic location, we head off back to Dingle with our new friends and invited them back to Harriet's cottage for some beers. We're just checking out of this B&B. So it's just such a beautiful morning. We're driving around to the other side of Mount Brandon. We're not sure if it's going to be a mistake because
It's actually getting on a bit. We're going to get there by 12, and then I think this hike could take about 6 hours, so it might be a silly idea. Watch this space, who knows. So this is the road we're taking, the Connor Pass, to our hike. Look at it, it's crazy. Goes down this really windy road along the mountain. Yeah, because we've been in Dingle for a while now, it's actually really nice revisiting some of the places we've already been. It's quite, because we never get to do this in the van. Normally we go somewhere and we move on. I'm actually really enjoying coming back to where we've been and appreciating it all over again. And it's still giving me that same amazing awe. This is steep. That was a bit scary on the way up. We were skidding right up on that really steep bend. We're so long as well, but so yeah, I definitely wouldn't do it in a big camper, but we made it and we're fine. We nearly gave up after 3 attempts. Oh, well done. Woo.
This is where we're going to attack Mount Brandon from. So we're going to do this hike. It's quite a long one apparently, but it's really nice views the whole way up. So we got a perfect day for it.
Little bit concerned that it says 6 to 7 hours and we've only got 5 hours left of daylight. It's a very steep ascent straight away, but yeah, you have to remind yourself to like take a look back at the Brandon Bay. The views are just great.
We try not to be too competitive, but I've got to say it is nice walking in t-shirt and your normal shoes and just walking past a couple of guys in their full hiking gear.
Thinking like, when we thought right back coming to Ireland, I never would have expected it to be like this. Like I thought we were just going to nip in and probably speed up down the coast because it was cold, but it's been like, I actually think it's one of my favourite ever places I've been travelling. Hey sheepies, hey gorgeous girls. I have properly fallen in love with this area. I would love to live here. I want to move here one day. It's so beautiful. Oh, it's steep. You got to like do a proper lunge to get up these rocks.
It's so steep and there's not really any path. I mean, this is not an easy hike. If you're inexperienced or looking for a nice easy stroll, this ain't the one. But if you want a challenge, it's great, it's fantastic. We've just got to the top of this really steep bit and there's a path over here, so I think we must have taken a slightly wrong route and gone up probably a much steeper way, but we'll know for the way down. So we're at the top of the ridge, about to go over the top. Wow, this is amazing. Just this last little stretch, it is stunning. The views are incredible. See the whole of the Dingle Peninsula. Can't wait to summit so we can see over to the Ring of Kerry as well.
Tried to fly the drone and it like he lost control. It
was flying off on its own, so a bit too windy for the drone unfortunately.
We're heading back down the mountain now. It's really cold up here, but nice spot for lunch. And we're saying like we're pretty lucky. January, 1,000 meters up. and we're still able to like have a picnic up here. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
The wind has really picked up. It's freezing. So we've just stumbled upon this old engine, and apparently it comes from a plane that crashed here in World War II.
Good.
Sweaty.
Yeah. Oh, I've got 7 layers on. Once you set down actually after a hike, that's when you don't want to get back up. That's why we don't really take many breaks. Where are we going next?
So we've arrived at our park up for the evening. We are just outside Kilarney National Park and the mountains look incredible. I can't wait to go and explore. We have parked up and we're both absolutely shattered. Isabel has been cooking some pasta. We have 2 forks and she took them into the Airbnb to wash them and she's left them in the Airbnb. So we now have to try and eat pasta without any forks. So we'll see how this goes.
It's not, no, but the pasta wouldn't be that hard. It's the spaghetti.
As spaghetti,
So
yeah.
we've got spaghetti, meatballs and green beans, but it's going to be quite messy I think, which is not ideal for van bed.
It looks a very sloppy sauce.
Yeah.
It's going to be a messy one.
I mean, worst comes worst, you can eat the sauce with a spoon and then eat the spaghetti with your hands.
That's all for this week, folks. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like. If you want to see what we get up to as we explore the Kilarney National Park next week, please consider subscribing. If you want to have a chat with us, leave us a comment and we do our best to get back to everyone.
Thank you. See you next time.